Eerder zagen jullie ons rijden in een vervoermiddel dat hier in Amerika anno 2013 nog steeds ongekend populair is. De Ford F-150 pick-up. Een immense auto die eigenlijk voor je gevoel niet echt past in de huidige tijd. En toch begrijpen wij allebei heel goed waarom die Amerikanen hem rijden. Want zo'n immense auto doet hier precies wat de Amerikanen willen. Maar dan rijst wel meteen de vraag, is het ook het juiste concept voor de toekomst?
Nou, nee, dat lijkt ons niet echt de toekomst. Maar waar we nu in zitten, dat lijkt ons wel een beeld geven van wat Detroit de komende tijd te wachten staat. En dit is dan de Cadillac ATS. Nog altijd een D-segmenter, maar met de slagschepen van vroeger in het achterhoofd is dat echt wel downsize Cadillac. En ook de motor is een downsizer. Een 4-cilinder turbomotor. Directe inspuiting, variabele kleptiming, kortom helemaal 2013. En dat is nog altijd een kleine stap, maar het is in ieder geval een stap voorwaarts. En die voorwaartse drang, die vind je op dit moment overal in Detroit. Hoewel de Amerikaanse auto-industrie flinke klappen heeft gehad, wordt er nog wel steeds geïnvesteerd. De auto-industrie blijft belangrijk voor Detroit en de omgeving. We staan hier bij de General Motors fabriek in Hamtramck, dat ligt net buiten de stad Detroit. En hier wordt gebouwd aan de toekomst. Er is de afgelopen jaren honderden miljoenen geïnvesteerd, zodat bijvoorbeeld dit zonnepanelenafdak kon worden gebouwd. En met de zonnepanelen worden de Chevrolet Volts die hier op de parkeerplaats staan opgeladen. En Hamtramck is ook de fabriek waar de Chevrolet Volt wordt gebouwd.
So right now we have a lot of open capacity. We're a one-shift operation, and we've been able to grow our family here in the last year, where we've added 350 new jobs, and that's with the addition of the Impala and the ELR. So we're excited that there's upside because we still have 2 open shifts worth of production, and we hope to fill that up in the next couple years.
Do you think for the near future that Detroit will be an important production facility for General Motors?
Absolutely. GM's strategy is to fill each assembly, powertrain, stamping facility so it's fully capacitized. It makes sense to fully capacitize each facility so you can get the lowest cost product to the customer. So we're excited because we see as we continue to get more products, we continue to be able to grow the family. And obviously Detroit and Hamtramck are the communities with which we live. So it's very important as we continue to grow that they benefit from that.
Ja, en hoewel het op dit moment goed gaat met de Amerikaanse industrie, moet er natuurlijk wel gedacht worden aan de toekomst. En de toekomst staat voor Hamtramck, in ieder geval hier. Want dit is de Cadillac ELR. Ze hebben hem eerder dit jaar laten zien. Begin volgend jaar komt hij op de markt. Maar ja, dit is hem dus. Hij staat hier al als pre-productiemodel. Dat is wel ontzettend gaaf. Gewoon even staan bij een auto die nog moet verschijnen.
Ook bij Ford wordt er volop geïnvesteerd. Maar wat doet de Blue Oval zoal om haar fabrieken bij de tijd te houden?
You know, we're looking at 100 years of the moving assembly line. And it's ironic that you're here at the Michigan Assembly Plant, which happens to be the first manufacturing site in the world to be able to produce gas-powered vehicles, along with hybrid and also plug-in electric vehicles. So, does it add a little bit of complexity? Yes, it does. But with flexible manufacturing, we're able to do this efficiently.
It's very positive. The industry is starting to pick up. We've had a record series of quarters. Our margins are very good. Our sales are very good. And so, yes, at the moment, the future looks really bright.
And what plans does Ford particularly have to increase growth and prosperity in the Detroit area?
Well, we'll continue to keep capacity size to demand. And as the demand inside the US increases, we'll continue to look at how do we increase the capacity in our plants. That will be good news for everyone in Detroit.
We at Ford Motor Company continue to innovate. one of the biggest things that we really need to focus on, and we're focusing on going forward, is our 3D printing, also our virtual factory, and then in addition to that, making sure that all of our facilities are flexible.
You know, we went through some very significant restructuring, so we've got capacity size to demand. I think that's very good from a perspective that the business has improved. And although it was very difficult at the time, I think you can see the benefit of that. All the companies can see the benefit of that, and the suppliers as well. So I think the future is really good.
Ook in het moderne Amerika merk je dat autoliefhebberij nog steeds een hele prominente rol speelt. Eens in de zoveel tijd wordt wel ergens een evenementje gehouden waar de geur van oude olie en vers gebakken popcorn en het gebulder van V8 nog duidelijk herleefd wordt. Neem nou dit evenementje hier in Northville, waar ze echt de oude Amerikaanse auto-industrie vieren als het ware. Maar hoe kijken de eigenaren van dit soort auto's nou aan tegen de toekomst? What is so great about American cars?
Well, American cars, they're just, you know, it's the nostalgia, the muscle, you know, it's, you know, raw horsepower, you know, but it's just something about bulky, big, you know, horsepower, you know, it's just, you know, it's all American, you know.
Right. But isn't that a little bit old-fashioned way of thinking?
Yes, yes, absolutely it is. But, you know, again, you know, it's like yesteryear, you know, you never want to get rid of it, it's, you know, it's your history.
If you see a car and it makes your heart skip a beat, that's a special car.
It's the body style. It's the cars today do not have the style of the 50s and 60s. The 60s were the best in this country. And there's nothing like a rear-wheel drive. When you hit the engine, it just goes from the back forward. It moves.
It's properly built. It's good Detroit steel. It's American iron.
The future of American cars, you can't really use these type of cars in the future because they're fuel consuming. I mean, you have to, you know, you have to be sensible about it. But again, you know, you have to have something for nostalgic purposes, you know.
What do you think is nicer about modern day cars then?
Because they, like the radio station, like it's better because you can just press what you want to go on, and like you had to go the right switch and stuff.
I think these cars probably look a lot cooler than the modern day cars, but the modern day cars probably had like better gas mileage. And
how do you feel about the future, Grace?
I think that like in the future cars will be like huge and like you can like have like a little kitchen in each of them and like stuff like that.
You want a kitchen in your car in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. That is what you dream about?
Ja.
Zo zie je maar weer, de toekomst van Detroit kan alle kanten op. Mooi, die dromen. Maar waar ligt de toekomst van de Amerikaanse mobiliteit nu echt? We vroegen het enkele experts.
This is a city with residents that love their vehicles. They work at the car companies. And it's a car culture here. I don't think we're all of a sudden going to abandon vehicles in the Detroit market and take light rail to work. People love their cars. There's not a lot of car sharing or there's not a lot of carpooling that goes on. This is an area where if you love your car, you want to drive it.
The future of the American car is going to be still looking for great value. High fuel efficiency is becoming a more important feature, but also the car is the enabler to the lifestyle that the American leads. I don't think you're going to see the American public turning more, all of a sudden turning into all A, B, and C segment cars, but you're going to see them being looking more within the segment that they're interested in, making sure that they're getting as as high a fuel efficiency as they can within the segment that they're interested in.
The key will be execution of some of these key products because the consumer is not going to provide a second chance. This is their one shot to get it right.
De industrie werkt hier veel samen met de Wayne State Universiteit, waar studenten hun brein breken over de auto van de toekomst. Wat kunnen we zoal verwachten?
Probably the short term, you're going to see hybrid vehicles more and more hybrid than before. Starting with the mild hybrids, there's a lot of those today, and then to full plug-in hybrids. In the future, there's probably going to be a niche of electric vehicles and another probably big market of hybrid fuel cell vehicles, but that's in the far future from now.
Do you think the workers and the automotive companies in Detroit are ready for this new type of vehicle?
Probably most of them are not ready yet. There's still a lot of focus on trying to save the engine and to make it a little bit better here, a little bit better then. But after 100 years of working on that, I don't see there's going to be much of improvement there anytime soon. That means that a lot of those employees, a lot of those automotive workers need to kind of shift themselves into the more high-techy hybrid vehicles, learn how to work with those controls and electrical pieces rather than the mechanical pieces. And that requires a lot of shift in thinking and the way you view the automotive industry.
I don't know much about the business side of it, but from a technical perspective, I think the way they go about developing new technology, the way they go about developing or improving their workforce training and all those kind of things, I do see a major change in their mindset, in their thinking. Yep. Detroit overall is doing a fantastic job moving ahead. They are looking into different directions, different initiatives that will allow them to speed up the pace in their transition or revolution, as you call it. But I think overall, Detroit has been doing a fantastic job.
The only way to go is hybrid, so the industry understands that and they'll push for it. If they can't meet that demand, they'll just fall behind everybody else.
How about bicycling in Detroit?
Not in the winter.
Nou, daar is toch niet iedereen het over eens. Volgens steeds meer mensen hier in Detroit schuilt er namelijk een andere revolutie in fietsen.
Detroit's always been known as the Motor City, and now bikes have just been kind of taken off. It's become an easy way to get around town. And so we've just been, we've had a shop just outside of Detroit, just opened a shop in Detroit this year, and just been getting busier and busier, and it's just really cool to see it taking off. It's just a different form of transportation that people in this area never really did until the last couple of years. It's become really, really popular, and people want to ride bikes rather than drive a car.
And why is that?
I mean, gas prices, it's kind of a pain to drive around. If you're only going 2 miles away, you can get there faster on your bike than you can by driving a car. And it's kind of become like a cool thing to do.
Drop car insurance, drop the gas prices, drop the car payment altogether. I mean, it's a really bogged down entity in most people's lives. They have to work so hard to keep a car going that a bike provides a really simple, healthy solution.
You can ride around the city and it's just see a totally different point of view when you're on a bike than in a car, so it becomes like a whole new vision of the city.
I mean, we're still the Motor City. Cars I think will always be a major effort of transportation, but I think there is a shift.
We're getting more bike lanes. People are more aware of bikes on the road. I think that cycling around the city is going to become something that's like a major part of the city.
Twee dingen zijn duidelijk geworden na ons bezoek aan Detroit.
Ten eerste is het heel erg duidelijk dat de automotive industrie nog steeds onvoorstelbaar belangrijk is voor de stad Detroit, maar ook voor de regio daaromheen.
En ten tweede, er gloort hier weer hoop. Dat er in ieder geval iets aan de horizon ligt. Alleen ja, wat de toekomst brengt, dat zal de toekomst moeten uitwijzen.
Volgens mij is het in ieder geval iets met wielen.